Hey guys, hope you're having a good day today, cause I sure as heck ain't. Um, I've got a cousin who's getting married tomorrow, and I was supposed to be his best man, but my car kinda quit on me. Took a crap on me. That's what happens when you have a Ford. But anyway, that kinda gives me an idea on a video. Some wise things you should do with your car all the time. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with it, then I'm going to show you some wise things you should be doing. So, if you see my car is a mess, I'm actually about to clean it out. Grab the key, put it in. Once I start it, if I put my foot on the brake, you can see how easy I can press down all the way on the thing and how slow it comes up. I put it in drive, push it all the way down. It is all the way to the floor right now. I slightly let off and I start moving pretty quick. Just slightly let off and I start moving. The brake light is on. Back it up again. The brake light is on. And now I'm going to show you why. Be quiet. You see right here, this is the reservoir for your brake fluid. If you shake it, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but I can actually see it. It is right here. And the minimum is right here. And most of the time, your cap will tell you .3, .4, sometimes .5, whatnot. You want to be sure you check that. I guess I can turn the car off now. I'm normally not something that I normally don't check the brake fluid, but that is something you want to do because there could be a leak. I've got a cousin-in-law who's actually a mechanic and he can actually do stuff like this. Other things, check your oil all the time. You can dipstick right here. Depending on the vehicle, it can be right here, it can be way back here. Sometimes it's down in here, like it was in my 97 F-150 and stuff. You got your transmission fluid. I normally don't check that, but you know, there's obviously I should start checking up on my things. And you know, you got all your fluids and stuff. Here's your wiper fluid that I am actually running low on. This is your steering fluid and whatnot, your power steering fluid. To be honest, I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what this. Oh, this is a radiator. The water to the radiator. All right, never mind. Regardless, you always want to check that stuff, because if you don't, your vehicle will be sitting here like this until you get a freaking mechanic to come and freaking check it out. So now I'm missing my cousin's wedding. It's supposed to be tomorrow, but I was supposed to be his best man, but I can't get down there because my cousin-in-law who drives that, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want me to drive 3 hours all the way down to Dillsburg for this wedding with that because I'm not on his insurance. And I tried taking my cousin who's getting married, I tried taking his car who's sitting at his mom's place, but the basement door was locked, so I couldn't get into the house. And I have no other way to get down there. So I'm missing the wedding, which sucks. I'm very upset about it, but there's nothing I can do. It's actually kind of my fault for not checking the brake fluid, but my cousin-in-law thinks there's a leak somewhere. I don't know where it could be, because I did all my errands this morning and it was fine. I had to run to freaking Tyrone and I ran to Phillipsburg and stuff, and everything was fine until I sat at the end of the driveway waiting for the mail to come in. I just sat at the end of the driveway. It's as smooth as a baby's butt, and when I went, the mail never ran. I was waiting for my check to come in so I could do the mobile deposit, and you know, I finally said, screw it, I gotta get to Dillsburg because it's 120 miles from here and whatnot. So I went to hit the brakes and I went to put it in drive, and I put it all the way to the floor with no pressure at all, same as what I just did a few minutes ago. Check your fluids, especially if you only have one car like I do. If you only have one car, it is wise to check your fluids. While you're already at changing your oil, you might as well check all the other fluids while you're changing your oil. Change your oil and stuff every 5 miles. I'm actually 3,000 miles over, so I might as well get that too. And blah blah blah. I just put some more oil in it earlier, so I know it's pretty good on oil. I just gotta change it. But you never know. I didn't see a leak or anything, but it could be anything in the brake lines. But my cousin-in-law, who's a mechanic, he's going to check it out Sunday maybe, and hopefully we can address the issue. But I did manage to get the check, but it won't drop into my account on Monday, so I may end up having to take my cousin's car, the one who's getting married, back and forth to work until mine gets fixed. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why I don't like Ford. And I know what you're gonna say. Every vehicle has its problems. You're right. But the two Fords I've owned has had more problems than the one Dodge I had. I had more problems with two of these Fords than I did with my Dodge. So, this will probably be the last Ford I own. Once I get rid of this, I'm going to be Dodge all the way. I've had issues with my 97. There's been quite a few times to where these Ford vehicles that I've driven have failed me, and only one time my Dodge has ever failed me, when it needed a real bad tune-up with corrosion all over the distributor and stuff like that. And you know, when you have a mechanic that looks at it, that does a tune-up for you on a Dodge truck and says that I'm surprised it even ran, and then you got two Fords that break down, one doesn't even start up, and then this one breaks for no reason. That's just my thoughts on Dodge. You can be mad at me all you want about, oh, you're just, Ford will always be the best, blah blah blah. Every vehicle has its problems. I'm tired of you talking about Ford and blah blah blah. Yeah, well, in the same sense, for those of you that tell me I'm tired of you talking about Ford all the time, those who do know me personally, you do talk bad about Dodge all the time every time I'm around, so we're kind of even. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. Check your fluids. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the car back in the... Check your fluids. Be sure everything's on. That's why the brake light is on, because there could be a leak. I'm low on freaking fluid. I should check the tranny fluid, but you know, there's 204,000 miles on this thing, and the transmission slips every now and then when it goes into second, or when it downshifts into second. So that's something I should look at. Maybe the transmission needs rebuilt, but the daggone thing has been run hard ever since I got it, and it's not just specifically me, because it's not. Because I've gotten a lot better since I traded the F-150 back for this thing. So, it could have been raining hard before I even got it. You never know. For $1,500, it wasn't a bad deal for what it was. But yeah, check your fluids and stuff in your vehicles. Don't be like me. If you only have one vehicle to run, check your fluids, treat it well, and that thing will last forever.